All right, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to try this again. I had mic issues during the last recording. So let's see. I only have about this much left of the beer after my first go around. I've already poured my dad the other. So this is going to be a much shorter video because I don't have a lot of the beer left. It's not going to be quite the full experience because I've already gone through it. So welcome back. For everybody that is new to the channel, I will have a TLDR down in the description below if you want to just check out my overall ratings. But since this is going to be a pretty short video, it's probably one of the ones that you're going to be fine just sitting through. So we're going to go through everything real quick, starting with the nose. So this is a bit warmer now than when I initially poured it, but the characteristics are much the same. We have the nice espresso roasted in there. Of course, right here, they tell you mocha pot brewed espresso. So that espresso comes through in the nose. You get a bit of the typical almond overtone from the toasted almonds, and the vanilla kind of smooths it all out. Then in the mouthfeel, the mouthfeel is like a nice medium body, but it lacks a certain creaminess that you would expect from like a Permutation 52 or something barrel aged. And I'm not sure if it's the barrel aged or just this particular brew that the medium body is lacking that creaminess. So and then I'll go ahead and get into the taste and have some of that in here. This beer is kind of changing the more I taste it. The almond is a bit more present now. The semi-sweet of it, the vanilla rounding it out, and the espresso base. But before, when I was ending the video, the last recording that I did, the espresso was like full power, just like, power right in the kisser. So let me go into this one more time. Okay, there we go. Now more of the right here, the shaved dark chocolate right there. Espresso, that's much more present now. I think it was just that sip. Might have been just because it was a smaller sip. I find that whenever I'm tasting the beers, if you take a smaller sip and then you take a much more full sip, you're going to get a different experience. A lot of the times, different notes will jump out at you more prominently. So in that one, you get the espresso again, the shaved chocolate, and then finish. Those two flavors kind of linger. And if you're the type of person that you get like heavy espresso, you go to Starbucks or you wherever your favorite coffee place is, and you get blah blah latte, extra shot or extra 2 shots, then this is gonna be like right up your alley. I made the comparison before that it seems like the PM Dawn series, which come in cans, and then the Night and Day series in bottles, and then the Barrel Age Permutation 52 series. They're all different coffee variants, and I feel that they're kind of like a continuum. The lighter side is the PM Dawn, then you get into the Night and Day, and that's your medium. And then if you want more of a sweeter, a little bit more character, the Bourbon Barrel, a little bit more of a pastry kind of essence to it, lighter on the coffee. Excuse me. That's going to be your Permutation 52. And while I'm mentioning it, Permutation 52 is my favorite beer. My favorite stout from Trillium. So we'll go ahead and get to the overall ratings, and we're going to start with the nose. I'll go through this again instead of just telling you the short version. Now, because there's not much left, I'm getting much more of the almond present, because we are now in a very not much left kind of state. Whereas before, I gave this a 4.25 before. If it was only this much of a pour left, then your almond is going to come through a bit more prevalently and not give you that full experience. So I'm going to kind of go on what I rated it at before, when the glass was a little more full. But keep in mind that this is going to change then as you're drinking it, which is always part of the fun. I love a beer. I mean, if something is cream of the crop, tippy top good, you want it that same from start to finish. But it is also so fun to start with something and then end, and you're like, oh, well, that's a different experience. So if you like that kind of an experience with your beer, this is going to offer that. So with the almond being so heavy, with so little in the glass, and this is snifter style glass meant for, taking in the nose, I'd probably give it like a 3.5, to be honest, maybe a 3.75. I do like almond, so if a heavy almond is not your thing, then as this gets kind of like lower in, as it gets warmer and gets a smaller amount of your pour that's left, then the almond's going to come much more in the nose and the taste. So for a full glass, it was a 4.25. Now, I would say with only this much left in the glass, you're going to get coffee and a heavier almond. So I'd give it 3.5, 3.75 for that. But I'm going to go with my initial rating of the 4.25 with that larger pour. And this is the most, like, more warm that you're going to get it. This is probably almost room temperature by now. So if you like your stouts a little bit chilled, then it's definitely going to be more like the 4.25 that I experienced earlier. So that's going to be for the nose. The mouthfeel, I gave it a solid like 3.75, but I'm going to go back into it just to be sure. Yep, 3.75. That's accurate. It's a nice medium. It's got a good viscosity. It doesn't have a certain creaminess to it, though. It's still kind of like on the thinner side of a medium. So 3.75 is accurate. 3.5, 3.75. Again, and 3.75 is what I gave it before. Into your taste is gonna be a 3.75. And that's what I gave it before. I'm gonna go back into it right now. Yeah, as it's warming up, the almond's coming through much more predominantly. So I'll stick with a 3.5, 3.75 in that range. As it's the more it's warming up, it's going from like that 4.25 and then my 3.75s across the board, to more of a 3.75 for the nose, to the 3.5s for the rest. So as it warms, it's not as enjoyable to me. So if you don't like almond, you're definitely going to want to drink this beer while it's cold. This is not going to be one that you sip over like an hour. This is going to be like, you open the bottle, you pour it out, one pour per person between a couple buddies, and you all drink it pretty quick, and you guys are having a good time, and you move on to the next beer. And that'll be that best experience for you. But if you like the almond, then you're definitely going to want to go ahead and let it warm up first, and then come into it looking for the dark chocolate espresso and that very present almond. So the finish, the slight bitterness of the chocolate, it's like a dark chocolate, bittersweet chocolate almost, and then the espresso is going to linger. Center tongue. And before it was coating the top of the roof of the mouth as well when I was recording last time. And again, 3.5, 3.75, something like that. So overall ratings. Overall rating when it is a little more chilled, 4.25 for the nose. As it gets warmer, it kind of drops down to a 3.75. For the mouthfeel, when it was a little colder, it really kind of almost didn't even change for me. It's right around a 3.75. The taste is going to go ahead and go fluctuate colder as a 3.75. As it warms up, more of a 3.5. And then same thing with the finish, because it mirrors that flavor and taste. So overall, probably around a 3.75. Probably between, if you were to drink it from slightly chilled to room temperature, it's probably going to be like a 3.75, 3.65, somewhere in there for you. So that's going to be the overall rating. And once again, as always, if this helped you, if you enjoyed this, if you stuck around for the whole video, thank you so much. If you just watched the TLDR, I hope it helped you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you disagree with me, if you think, hey man, you're crazy, if you must, you can leave a thumbs down. But go ahead and write in the comments, better yet, what you think I could improve on, where you think I went wrong. And if you want to shout at me live, catch me when I go live on Twitch at twitch.tv/forevertaken89. You can follow me there, and that'll and then select to get notifications, and that'll let you know when I go live, or follow me on Instagram. Instagram is going to be where you're going to see all the reviews that I do when I don't have time for a video, or like starting tomorrow, the week of Logic, when it's too loud for me to record a video and I'm out, I'm not at the house where I can do this. I'm going to review those in a very similar format, type it all out, very descriptive, and then I'm going to go through the overall rating and then individual ratings, just like I do here. And that's going to be on Instagram at forevertaken89. So thank you all for watching, and I hope this video helped you out, and have a wonderful day.